All right. Okay. Well, it is 5:28. We got five of y'all in here. But my big question is, we will have available space for a potential sixth. Ray will not be the one to play tonight, but that is a-okay. If Henry is down, then Henry is down. Otherwise, that'll be just a blank space.
I think it is down. I'm talking to her right now. I'm like 90% sure she is.
All right, so let me update just one or two things on the overlay to match it.
Yo, Matt.
What's up?
Did you get my new sheet?
Yeah. So let me make sure it's the same character though, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Did you get that thing I sent you?
Did you send me via DM?
No, I was doing a Peter Potamus impression from the hit show Harvey Birdman, Attorney at Law.
Oh, I haven't seen that show. Not much of it.
Watch it. It is actually a great show.
All right,
the Church of Cowabunga always pays its debts. What the fuck happened yesterday or Tuesday to warrant the Cowabunga Church being on your tail?
No, he paid that because I made sure he was still alive.
So we Zug, yeah. I have you here in the campaign in D&D Beyond. I don't know if this is the same exact. Well, let me see here. I can compare the URLs. No, it's not the same. It's the different one. No big deal, but if you're using this one, you may as well add this one to the campaign. I need to give you the campaign link, don't I?
Yes.
So I'll give you the campaign link. We will replace that Zug with the other Zug. Two Zugs. All right, let's go to the...
I'm Zug, you're Zug, everybody's Zug.
Yeah. Tales of Seglesia character rotator. We are going to sub out Ray, sub in Henry. And then we're going to...
Oh, are you changing Zug's art on the overlay thingy?
I need to do that too. You're right.
I mean, it's big green orc man. He's pretty hard to miss.
Yeah.
So, in the sense of, I don't think it will matter if you don't change it right now. If you got a lot to do.
Directory. Select folder. Boom. Henry is up. So yeah, let me spend just a bare moment getting Zug's art up and then replacing the reactive image. It'll only take just like a minute. But I may as well start the spiel. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Tales of Seglesia, Session 8, The Blink of an Eye. Tonight, we have a roster of adventurers, many, and I would presume all you're familiar with. We have Sensei Suplex playing as Rashid. We have Gabe Grimoire playing as King. We have Ambrose playing as Zug.
It me.
We have Phoenix V playing as Orgoth.
Hello.
And then we have Squigs playing as Winfear.
Hello there.
And we are doing just the final touches of prep before we begin. Actually, I realize I don't already have a reactive image for you. I'd have to create one, but that also doesn't take very long either. Super quick. All I need to do is take your art and plaster it over an image of this exact same size. Boom. In the meantime, what was the thing? Oh, I just received images of my sister's dog and the new babies. There are brand new golden lab puppies. So my question for tonight is, tell me about your favorite animal or your favorite pet, or both. I'm gonna choose Squigs to start.
Of course, me. All right, that's gonna be
I
a
was
hard
muted.
one because I've had a lot. I've had a lot in my life. Let's see here. It depends on what I was going for. If I'm going for my aquascaping one, I usually prefer getting a puffer because it's a lot easier to be able to take care of. Compared to that, as well as being able to have yourself an entire invertebrate tank go with the puffer, so that way is that you actually have a certain food. Though, actually, discus were a fun one to do as well, especially when you get the nice tropical feeling to it. I still also did have my paddle to a newt, which was a really fun one to have that still live to this day. There's also the ones where they have a bunch of the mice. We actually had a lot of rats coming in through the time, the little baby ones. Very cute. Love the cat food, and they had friends with a lot of the cats. I had cats, dogs. Let's see here, lizards.
Oh man,
frogs,
there's a whole
crabs.
whole roster.
Yeah, exactly. Like I said, I had a lot. So though I will say, in terms of the super friendliest, I gotta go with my cat, because it was used to have this. He's long since passed, but I used to have this cat, Russian Blue, who is the laziest SOB you ever met in your life. Like, you can accidentally have a Nerf war and shoot him while he's laying down. He'd just like stretch for a second, look at you, and like what the hell are you doing look, and then proceed to go back to sleep.
Gotcha. I know some pets that are like that. Some pets are just like, I'm tired of this human's shit. I can't deal with it anymore. Or they're just like, they're sleeping. You don't want to be bugged. It's just like most creatures.
Oh, he was notorious lazy. I mean, he would literally fall asleep in the middle of the kitchen while everybody else is moving around trying to cook dinner.
So like a Snorlax kind of animal.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I've seen him go against the feral cats. He was a badass in EDB, but he was also super lazy.
All right.
The lion, kitty's clothing.
All right, I got Zug's reactive image up and running. Hey, Gabe, tell me about your favorite animal or favorite cat. Sorry. Ha! My favorite animal is a cat. Your favorite animal or favorite pet?
Probably just my dog, Leo. Pretty much. I like a lot of animals, most animals. But I only have one pet, it's Leo, so.
Gotcha. Leo cat? Leo cat makes sense.
Dog.
Dog. Leo the dog.
Yeah.
I think it would be really neat to have Leo, the name of a dog, and then Spike, the name of a cat. I think that would trip some people up. And then, hey, Phoenix V, tell me about your favorite animal or favorite pet.
Probably cats.
Cats are good.
They're intelligent, more independent than dogs, and they own the place. We're just their servants.
Roommates, servants, one of those two things. Sometimes a roommate is a servant. That the more toxic roommate situation, which is what a cat relationship is like. Hey, next up on the list, Ambrose. Oh wait, I already asked you that, didn't I?
No, really. No.
No, you asked King.
I asked King.
Yeah.
You see, it's a number of hours later, my friends.
And it's gonna get worse. You have to remember, 10 o'clock, we have ourselves critical.
Oh yeah, that is tonight.
That is, and I'm gonna be ending the campaign. Sorry, ending the session 30 minutes before when we do, so that I can do the giveaway call out. By the way, anybody who's interested in the giveaway can do ! giveaway. Now, Streamlabs has not been working for me all day, and I've tried to been getting it to work. That's fine. I have a manual list of the people that have been doing exclamation point giveaway. For those of you that are not aware of what exclamation point giveaway entails, I will show you super quick before we start. It is in the form, as everybody's vision disappears, it's in the form of tonight's stream, which is a celebration stream. I've spent the greater part of 12 hours already streaming all of these fantastic activities. Have been touched up upon in some way. Actually, that's a lie. We have not been done Jackbox games, and I did not do. What else did I didn't do? Oh yeah, I suggested doing Dark Souls. I've never actually played Dark Souls before, but I love hard as shit games. So that is, I was going to play the Dark Souls remastered, but I'm going to do that on a later stream, I think. That seems like the way to go. If you're interested, exclamation point giveaway. Just put that in the chat so I know who you are. I will record your name just to make sure it is covered. I will announce it at 8:30 p.m. Central, or a little after. And then the stuff that is available to win would be a $20 Steam gift card, a $20 Dungeon Masters Guild certificate, and a D20 set, many different sets of D20 gaming dice, including a superior health potion. These are things that you can win. You do not need to be a follower, although I certainly appreciate it, new follower. Abracadagger. Actually, that's a fantastic name. Props on that name, my friend. You just need to do exclamation point giveaway in the chat. That is all. That's the only thing. So back to our Tales of Seglesia output. I'd say that we're pretty much ready to go. Is everybody here ready to play the game?
Yes.
Yep.
My foundry is still loading up.
Foundry's still loading up. Understood.
It says you're in it, so you may just need to refresh.
I've been noticing that my players have been having more technical difficulties with Foundry over time. Now I know, like, I have very fast internet, but I'm thinking that the content that I have on Foundry is starting to get larger and therefore requiring more loading, and I'm starting to look at and put certain things in compendiums so that I can keep it light. I bet that is part of the reason why it's taking longer to load for some people. However, let us begin tonight's session. Let me go ahead and play the idle exploring music. And then I'll turn off the... There we go. In a ward of Seglesia, specifically in the ward of Autumn Rock, a particular knight is host to a nearly endless series of events. From the beginning of the day, when a number of our adventurers managed to find themselves in a precarious circumstance with an infestation, they found themselves intertwined with a number of characters in this place. Some a part of the Sentinels, which are the faction that claim law enforcement over this territory. Some are free actors looking to find themselves a little bit of fortune on their own. Some of them have been nefarious individuals parading as law enforcement. At the end of today, the party finds themselves in a moment frozen in time. And this particular moment in time is an intense moment of dire victory. It is the precise moment where the conjoined party, along with a legendary figure, managed to vanquish the final creature as part of a monster maelstrom at the Vagabond Arena. Just moments away from when the entire arena bursts into an uproar. And in this moment frozen in time, we see a party that has been strained. A party that has been driven all around the ward. Some of them pushed to the very brink of their mortality. But are all of these things the events that make up the story for tonight? Because there are still mysteries hanging in the air. There are still parts of this grand tapestry that have not been untangled, that have not been sewn together. But we zoom in on this precise moment. And I want to make sure that I preload the scene so that hopefully the most of us are able to enter it. So let's go ahead and preload that. And then I will activate it. Hopefully everybody will be able to switch over.
Yep.
All right. I believe at this precise moment, when most of these adventurers were able to lay blows upon the troll, I believe the last act was Sandman leaping into the air and sticking his rapier into the eye of the troll. And the troll, its energy completely sapped, its life force drained, collapses upon the ground. In the wake of that precise moment is a complete uproar from the crowds. And in the midst of that uproar, you hear the voice, "My goodness! They've done it! By George, they've done it! They've vanquished the monster Maelstrom!" As my voice proceeds to creak. And as the troll collapses upon the ground, a limp pile of flesh and bone, its skin growing gray by the second, you find yourself in a sea of this absolutely amazing display of people jumping off of their seats, throwing their arms up into the air, and screaming. You have all found yourself in a moment of pure glory. And if you wish to showboat this moment, feel free to roll performance check.
I was just gonna say is that as it's going on, because of the healing ward that was cast on me by Ray, you just see Winver just get up and be like, what happened?
I keep doing this. I keep being muted. This is. Rashid will look over towards Winveer and just say, "What happened? Well, you came in at the right time and saved all of our asses. But Dale will fill you in on everything. For now, rejoice, my friend. You are victorious." And he'll just pretty much start, like, playing to the flavor to the crowd and more. Just sort of hyping them up, getting them pretty much to go ballistic.
At this point, Winver just looks over Rashid. It's like, okay. Alright then. As this is part of my day now, why not? As you see him just get up, even though still beaten, and just does like a little bit of a bow doing a performance check. Let's see. Let's see how bad this turns out.
I think Rashid, if no one else is doing anything, will probably like send one of the chain blades to like one of the pillars, and kind of like walk over and start climbing on one of them, and just sort of again raising his hands, just again hyping more up the crowd, and just sort of laughing, cheering, and kind of yelling, being Rashid. He'll make a performance check.
All right, performance check away.
So 16, hey, pretty good.
Yeah, that's pretty good. You are definitely able to, whichever end of the arena you wander to, it seems you see like almost a bubble in the crowd where they seem to be rising and making even larger of a ruckus. Trying to like, some of them trying to get your attention and trying to like wave. Some of them trying to shout even louder so that you can hear it in particular. It feels good. It really does. For Winveer, you at 11, you definitely feel that you are not being overshadowed by anybody here. You are one in the party, soaking up the glory from the crowd.
I'm just more just like, I'm good. All right.
In this moment, you see a familiar figure run up, in the form of one half orc, who runs up to you, and she's running up with this like completely pumped up look on her face, and like shaking both of her fists in like complete victory, and she jumps up into the air and she pumps her arm up and jumps up and down, and she's like, you did it. Oh, I was so scared for a moment. I thought you guys were gonna perish.
Well, it seemed that we had a little bit of assistance. Coming on in. It seemed that they were just playing to the crowd, making it as if we were on death's door. But they come in to save the day. But also, apparently I have horns now. Don't know what that is about, but,
Oh, yeah, sorry. Because it doesn't automatically update all of the tokens.
Oh, you're good.
Okay, there we go. Boop. Now that's the new art right there. So yeah, I guess all of you noticed that Rashid, who previously did not have horns, is now bearing very peculiar looking horns. And would you say that such a feature would require some sort of history check or arcana check from other people to understand?
I guess so. I mean, probably wouldn't. Yeah, probably wouldn't. This isn't necessarily an oculi thing. It seems to be that his horns have just sort of protruded out of his sort of bandana like thing. And they seem to have piercings and jewels encrusted inside of them. Though they're purplish, they flare out like a devil. Not like a minotaur or anything, but peculiarly like a devil. And they also have these 3 golden rings. Now, it's not like he just grew them and then he pierced them themselves. They immediately emerged exactly like that, which is the strange thing.
Interesting. Peculiar nonetheless. And anybody looking, taking any moment to look away from the crowd, taking any moment to look away from the decaying body of the troll, should certainly notice this and take note. Roxy immediately is going to look over at some of you and say, and it's just gonna move over specifically to, in this case, Winveer and Zug, and she's gonna look between Winveer, Zug, and Orgoth, and is going to say, "Wow, you all look roughed up," and she is going to cast, I believe, a prayer of healing. Hold on a second. I gotta cross-check. I think prayer of healing is one of those that you can cast at a higher level. Each spell slot above second. They're gonna cast it at a at a 3rd level spell slot. So that is going to be 3d8 plus their spell casting modifier, which is 3d8 plus 3. Roll 3d8 plus 3 to all. 17. 17's not bad.
17. All right.
Oh shit! We're level 4 now.
Yes, y'all are.
Do you want us to update our token or our character sheets, or?
Right, because I would have to update. I thought you guys
we can do
did
it
that
on our end,
previously.
so you don't have to do anything.
Oh, I didn't. I guess I didn't remind you either.
Oh no, it's just a button press. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. So button press, but I still need to upload it into Foundry. So just let me know once you've updated it.
I've already updated it.
You've already.
Yeah, I already updated it on my end.
All right. So if it's okay with y'all, I'm gonna do those updates now. If you don't mind doing just a pinch of roleplay in the meantime.
I'll let everybody else speak.
Go. There's a. There we go. Finally, feel a little bit better. Whew. Look over at like Zug and Orgoth. So, I'm guessing you two and Rashid definitely had a grand old time. Do the crick. There we go.
Orgoth.
Zug almost died. Zug had so much fun.
Orgoth will pretty much look at Rashid and go, a brother? Where did those horns come from? Oh, supporter of Morgus as well, huh?
He'll look towards the horns, kind of playing around with them, and he'll just be like, I don't know if these are more divine. I think these are, well, I mean, they could be. Nah, I think this has something to do with maybe this eye. Or he'll whisper towards Orgoth and say, a little bit of dealings with the devil.
Please don't remind me.
He whispers.
Look, I'm just gonna say it now, is that once we're in a much more precarious situation, I feel as though there should be some good explanation on what happened while I was not available. For me, Ray, and King.
You sure you want to do that in the arena?
No, I said in a more precarious area once we're out of here.
Oh, got you. Yeah, Rashid is a little hard of hearing right now. Like a Zug, we all nearly died.
Look, you're preaching to the choir on that one.
But we had fun.
That we did. But all of you looked like you got roughed up too.
Like I said, once we get into a more precarious situation, precarious location, then I can start discussing it. Because out here would probably be a problem.
Oh wait. Here, I'm gonna roll a history check to see how much Rashid knows about Sandman. I mean, it's pretty easy to kind of know about what the whole cataclysmic event that happened like only a couple months ago, but still.
Sure.
How much does he know about Sandman?
Aside from what the the announcers bit, you can roll your own history check. Oh my god.
1624. All right, this man's a living fucking legend.
Wow.
Yeah.
16 for Rashid, 24 Winveer. So I feel like if it's a 20, then it's one of those like actually no, this makes perfect sense for Winveer, not revealing any details as to why. But because of certain the sound finally came in. Because of certain details by association, wink wink,
Yeah.
you know actually quite a bit about this person. You've known about this person since back in their days on Intazi, before the Cataclysm. You actually have an account of the kind of things that they've done during that strife on Intazi during the height of the revolution. Now the revolution is still technically happening, but obviously the Intazi part of it is well over. And there were, of course, you've also heard about certain exploits, certain people having claimed to have seen him in Chult at one point or another. Yeah, you have a pretty documented history on this person.
All right.
I would say Rashid, you have most definitely heard about him, but specifically his involvement with the in fighting against the forces that caused the cataclysm in the first place. More specifically, the Battle of Leonios, when they were actually making the amphibious charge. Mm-hmm. So these are details that you know about this person, and you notice that Sandman is sort of standing there in his grumpness, arms crossed, sort of looking out at the crowd and looking at each of you. He's not saying anything. He's sort of partially unswayed by the crowd, but for the most part, his look at you, it's a little different. It's a little different than before. Before it was sort of incredulous, and now it's sort of on like an even keel in terms of basically he's standing and looking at you the same way he would look at like anybody in the serpent in like the Serpent's Call party.
Oh dang it! I wanted to say something to him. Hold that thought, but I'll be right back.
But it's I look at him, go, well, If it isn't the legendary Jorian Suhar.
It's like, people don't call me by that name.
Well, I know, but it's more interesting to actually see the Warden of Intazi in person.
Yeah, he gives a grunt and a nod, and he says, "So, seems like I'm not losing money on this fight now." And this Sandman looks over at Lola Del Coral, and Lola sort of looks back, and Lola looks down, sort of scratches the back of her head, and she says, "Well, I wasn't able to save Vance or Nargal, but I'm happy we all made it through. I guess no thanks to me."
Oh my god, if I was another character. Rashid will walk over and then kind of like probably have to drop down, place the hand on to Lola's shoulder and just say, don't worry about the ones that you couldn't save or what you couldn't do. Just worry about the things that you were able to do. You helped a couple or a bunch of individuals out, whether you believe so or not. And that will be forever remembered by Rashid. You did well. A couple of mistakes here and there, but, I mean, it happens, you know? Don't beat yourself up.
Persuasion.
Oh, God. Can I
Also,
lie to her?
Ambrose went poof. I wonder if he's resetting his computer or something.
Yeah.
I think he's having trouble with Foundry.
You're being earnest, but and there's no mistaking that you're being, whatever degree of earnest you really want to be in the circumstance. Knowing that Lola had cast a spell and had basically taken you out of a huge portion of the fight, therefore, but Lola is like, my goal with participating was really just to, test my might a little bit, make myself a better fighter so I can protect my tribe. I guess I'm gonna need some other. I'm gonna need to get some more experience behind my back before I return.
Nah. Well, the only way to get the experience is by trying. So, in time.
I'm hoping Ambrose does come back. Let me check. Let me just check really quick here if he's doing all right. Ambrose, where are you?
Yeah.
No. Not happening. Oh.
I think he actually is doing a hard reset.
Okay, that's fine.
Also, I think In Super Tired was I think they were good to go, but
Yeah.
All they need to do is jump into the chat, and then they will be a to go.
I'm gonna start looking in the shadows for Henry.
Yeah, it's interesting. Henry went poof during the battle and during the beginning of the battle, and you're not sure where Henry wandered off to.
Henry,
See, there we go.
anybody? Where'd they go?
Henry, there's Henry.
I imagine Henry's just literally right behind Rashid somehow, just scaring the shit out of him again.
Yes, actually, Henry literally just pops out of, the Keeper's portal In the same way, we'll do this in like a Thor. No, a Loki from Thor, the third Thor, where Loki is pretty much falling through the abyss forever for like 10 minutes.
Oh, God.
And a portal is going to open up above, but behind you, and Henry is going to fall out in the same fashion where the portal was opened up under Henry in the first place for Henry to disappear.
Holy fuck. Good God. How do you keep doing that?
Henry shrugs.
Cornucopia is all here.
In response to your shrug, well, in response to everything, I actually I got to put Henry right over here because it would be behind you. Response to everything, Sandman looks over as the portal opens. Henry falls. Henry stands up. You ask Henry. Henry just shrugs, and Sandman is immediately like, I think I like this one.
Henry nods.
Just the indifference.
And then out of the pocket, Henry pulls out a small little bag with popcorn in it and crunches.
Is that like pocket popcorn, or did you like create food?
They probably disappeared into the background in the middle of the fight. Probably like, goblins are beneath them, and went to a stall, paid a gold, got some popcorn, and brought it back in once the fight was over. They just missed the fight.
Gotcha.
So
so we
mean
have
to tell me you went to get popcorn when we were fucking dying?
Yes.
Pain.
So, hopefully Ambrose pops in a moment, but you are going to see Roxy walk up and say, "Oh, good, you're here too. I don't know why you disappeared. Hey, my cubs, we made it. Hey, you guys, You stole the show. Listen, they're still going. They're still going. And then they're gonna go to King, and they're gonna be like, and the way that you grew 2 sizes. Oh, I knew that. Yeah, you 3 just coming in at the clutch moment. And Zug. Basically, she's going around before you can even say anything, moving to the next person. And Zug, you absolutely dominated some of those beasts. I am. You say I was impressed before, but wow, like that is off the chain.
Yes.
And Sandman? It's like she immediately reaches out her hand to shake his, and it's like, oh, it's so good to meet you. So have you been around here for long? And Sandman's sort of like, I think too long. I think it maybe is about time for me to get out of here, collect my winnings, and just go back to Intazi or something. It's like, oh, sorry, don't you want to stay? No.
Before you go, you are part of that one thing, that the guild. I heard a little bit about it ever since the attack. You're a hero. Am I mistaken, or?
You're talking about that whole beach invasion in the Spire?
Yes, that is the one. It's pretty hard to miss, if you ask me. But regardless, you're part of the I think the talk of the town is the Enclave of Spirits, the Enclave of Ghosts, Enclave of Reverberations. What was it again?
Yeah, that exasperated wizard, I think, Archmage, said.
The experience is well by trying. So
Up, and she is going to cast, I believe, a prayer of healing. Hold on a second. I gotta cross check. I think prayer of healing is one of those that you can cast at a higher level. Each spell slot above second. They're gonna cast it at a at a third level spell slot. So that is going to be 3d8 plus their spell casting modifier, which is 3d8 plus 3. Roll 3d8 plus 3 to all. 17. 17's not bad.
17. All right.
Oh shit, we're level 4 now.
Yes, y'all are.
Do you want us to update our token or our character sheets, or?
Right, because I would have to update. I thought you guys
we can do
did
it
that
on our end, so you don't have to do anything.
Oh, I didn't. I guess I didn't remind you either.
Oh no, it's just a button press. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. So button press, but I still need to upload it into Foundry. So just let me know once you've updated it.
I've already updated it.
You've already.
Yeah,
updated.
I already updated it on my end.
All right. So if it's okay with y'all, I'm gonna do those updates now. If you don't mind doing just a pinch of roleplay in the meantime.
I'll let everybody else speak.
Let's go. There's a. There we go. Finally. Feel a little bit better. Whew. Look over at like Zug and Orgoth. So, I'm guessing you two and Rashid definitely had a grand old time. Do the crick. There we go.
Orgoth.
Zug almost died. Zug had so much fun.
Orgoth will pretty much look at Rashid and go, a brother? Where did those horns come from? Oh, supporter of Morgus as well, huh?
He'll look towards the horns, kind of playing around with them, and he'll just be like, I don't know if these are more divine. I think these are, well, I mean, they could be. Nah, I think this has something to do with maybe this eye. Or he'll whisper towards Orgoth and say, a little bit of dealings with the devil.
Please don't remind me.
He whispers.
Look, I'm just gonna say it now, is that once we're in a much more precarious situation, I feel as though there should be some good explanation on what happened while I was not available. For me, Ray, and King.
You sure you want to do that in the arena?
No, I said in a more precarious area once we're out of here.
Oh, got you. Yeah, Rashid is a little hard of hearing right now. Like Zug, we all nearly died.
Look, you're preaching to the choir on that one.
But we had fun.
That we did. But all of you looked like you got roughed up too.
Like I said, once we get into a more precarious situation, precarious location, then I can start discussing it. Because out here would probably be a problem.
Oh wait. Here, I'm gonna roll a history check to see how much Rashid knows about Sandman. I mean, it's pretty easy to kind of know about what the whole cataclysmic event that happened like only a couple months ago, but still.
Sure.
How much does he know about Sandman?
Aside from what the announcers bit, you can roll your own history check. Oh my god.
1624. All right, this man's a living fucking legend.
Wow.
Yeah.
16 for Rashid, 24 Windveer. So I feel like if it's a 20, then it's one of those like actually no, this makes perfect sense for Windveer, not revealing any details as to why. But because of certain the sound finally came in. Because of certain details by association, wink wink, you know actually quite a bit about this person. You've known about this person since back in their days on Intazi, both before the Cataclysm. You actually have an account of the kind of things that they've done during that strife on Intazi during the height of the revolution. Now the revolution is still technically happening, but obviously the Intazi part of it is well over. And there were, of course, you've also heard about certain exploits, certain people having claimed to have seen him in Chult at one point or another. Yeah, you have a pretty documented history on this person.
All right.
I would say Rashid, you have most definitely heard about him, but specifically his involvement with in fighting against the forces that caused the cataclysm in the first place. More specifically, the Battle of Leonios, when they were actually making the amphibious charge. So these are details that you know about this person, and you notice that Sandman is sort of standing there in his grumpness, arms crossed, sort of looking out at the crowd and looking at each of you. He's not saying anything. He's sort of partially unswayed by the crowd, but for the most part, his look at you, it's a little different. It's a little different than before. Before it was sort of incredulous, and now it's sort of on like an even keel in terms of basically he's standing and looking at you the same way he would look at like anybody in the serpent in like the Serpent's Call party.
Oh, dang it. I wanted to say something to him. Hold that thought, but I'll be right back.
But it's, I look back to them and go, well, if it isn't the legendary Jorian Suhair.
It's like, people don't call me by that name.
Well, I know, but it's more interesting to actually see the Warden of Intazi in person.
Yeah, he gives a grunt and a nod, and he says, "So, seems like I'm not losing money on this fight now." And this Sandman looks over at Lola Del Coral, and Lola sort of looks back, and Lola looks down, sort of scratches the back of her head, and she says, "Well, I wasn't able to save Vance or Nargal, but I'm happy we all made it through. I guess no thanks to me."
Oh my god, if I was another character. Rashid will walk over and then kind of like probably have to drop down, place the hand on to Lola's shoulder and just say, don't worry about the ones that you couldn't save or what you couldn't do. Don't worry about the things that you were able to do. You helped a bunch of individuals out, whether you believe so or not. And that will be forever remembered by Rashid. You did well. A couple of mistakes here and there, but, I mean, it happens, you know? Don't beat yourself up.
Persuasion.
Oh, God. Can I
also,
lie to her?
Ambrose went poof. I wonder if he's resetting his computer or something.
Yeah.
I think he's having trouble with Foundry.
You're being earnest, but and there's no mistaking that you're being, whatever degree of earnest you really want to be in the circumstance. Knowing that Lola had cast a spell and had basically taken you out of a huge portion of the fight, therefore, but Lola is like, my goal with participating was really just to, test my might a little bit, make myself a better fighter so I can protect my tribe. I guess I'm gonna need some other. I guess I'm gonna need to get some more experience behind my back before I return.
Nah. Well, the only way to get the experience is by trying. So, in time.
I'm hoping Ambrose does come back. Let me check. Let me just check really quick here if he's doing all right. Ambrose, where are you?
Yeah.
No. Happening. Oh.
I think he actually is doing a hard reset.
Okay, that's fine.
Also, I think in Super Tired was I think they were good to go, but
Yeah.
All they need to do is jump into the chat, and then they will be a to go.
I'm gonna start looking in the shadows for Henry.
Yeah, it's interesting. Henry went poof during the battle and during the beginning of the battle, and you're not sure where Henry wandered off to.
Henry,
There we go.
anybody? Where'd they go?
Henry, oh, there's Henry.
I imagine Henry's just literally right behind Rashid somehow, just scaring the shit out of him again.
Yes, actually, Henry literally just pops out of, the Keeper's portal. In the same way, we'll do this in like a Thor, a Loki from Thor, the third Thor, where Loki is pretty much falling through the abyss forever, for like 10 minutes.
Oh, God.
And a portal is going to open up above, but behind you, and Henry is going to fall out in the same fashion where the portal was opened up under Henry in the first place for Henry to disappear.
Holy fuck! Good God! How do you keep doing that?
Henry shrugs.
Cornucopia's Valier.
In response to your in response to your shrug, well, in response to everything. I got to put Henry right over here because it would be behind you. Response to everything. Sandman looks over as the portal opens. Henry falls. Henry stands up. You ask Henry. Henry just shrugs, and Sandman is immediately like, I think I like this one.
Henry nods.
Just the indifference.
And then out of the pocket, Henry pulls out a small little bag with popcorn in it and crunches.
Is that like pocket popcorn, or did you like create food?
They probably disappeared into the background in the middle of the fight. Probably like, goblins are beneath them, and went to a stall, paid a gold, got some popcorn, and brought it back in once the fight was over. They just missed the fight.
Gotcha.
So
we have
to tell me you went to get popcorn when we were fucking dying?
Yes.
Pain.
So, hopefully Ambrose pops in a moment, but you are going to see Roxy walk up and say, "Oh, good, you're here too. I don't know why you disappeared." Hey, my cubs, we made it. Hey, you guys, You stole the show. Listen, they're still going. They're still going. And then they're gonna go to King, and they're gonna be like, and the way that you grew 2 sizes. Oh, I knew that. Yeah, you 3 just coming in at the clutch moment. And Zug. Basically, she's going around before you can even say anything, moving to the next person. And Zug, you absolutely dominated some of those beasts. I am. You say I was impressed before, but wow, like that is off the chain.
Yes.
And Sandman? Oh, it's like she immediately reaches out her hand to shake his, and it's like, oh, it's so good to meet you. So have you been around here for long? And Sandman is sort of like, I think too long. I think it maybe is about time for me to get out of here, collect my winnings, and just go back to Intazi or something. It's like, oh, sorry, don't you want to stay? No.
Before you go, you are part of that one thing, that the guild. I mean, I heard a little bit about it ever since the attack. You're a hero. Am I mistaken, or?
Oh, you're talking about that whole beach invasion and the spire?
Yes, that is the one. It's pretty hard to miss if you ask me. But regardless, you are part of the I think the talk of the town is the Enclave of Spirits, the Enclave of Ghosts, Enclave of Reverberations. What was it again?
Yeah, that exasperated wizard, I think, Archmage, said echoes.
Yes, that is the one. That is the one. You know, Rashid is not the smartest.
Well, apparently I'm not either. I don't even know what that means. But apparently I'm on a short list for really bad things happen around Leonios. Apparently I'm supposed to show up. Yeah. I don't get it either.
Well, I mean, you saw Rashid sort of, do a little stabby stab, and you also saw a couple of our friends. We did pretty good. So, I mean, if you wanted to, perhaps, just perhaps, maybe put the recommendation out for, the Enclave of Echoes. If you ever need a couple of badass warriors like my friends here, then, I mean, that would be magnificent. But you don't have to, of course. But you could if you want to. Wait, do you want to? Huh?
Persuasion.
Oh my god. Someone help me out here. This guy's a living fucking legend.
I know. Fine. It's like, I think my associate is talking about is he wishes to at least be able to work with you for a time being, in order to be able to learn from a true prestigious master when it comes to the art of the blade.
You mean like an apprenticeship?
Yeah, pretty much.
You're talking like an apprentice and master arrangement, something like that.
I mean, if you want to call it that, then I mean, Rashid wouldn't be too opposed to it, but
persuasion check with advantage, high DC.
That means there's a chance. All right.
Are you sure you don't want me to do?
I would love for you to roll it, Bard. I would love for that.
Sadly, my expertise in deception, but persuasion's still very good.
Same, but do I have to roll it, Matt, or I can re-roll it?
Either one. You were the subject,
Yeah,
so I think you would have to be the one to roll it.
All right, let's do this. Hope for the best. Persuasion check. Boom. First one's a 10. All right, bring us home, buddy. Come on, please. That's a 20.
20. Okay.
Okay.
Not natural, but 20. Hey,
please.
Sandman is going to step up to you and kind of give you kind of a very narrow look at you, and he's going to be very quiet for a moment, and then he's going to look up at your horns, and he's going to look back to you, and he's going to be like, what's the story with the horns?
Oh fuck. This is man. It's about to be some. It's about to be some shenanigans. I'm gonna be honest with you, my friend. You'll see as Rashid will mention. I mean, I'm not really sure myself, to be honest. I was just dreaming of me and a very, very special person, and then it got taken away. So then I let the emotions take the best of me, and then I grew these things. I mean, I don't know. I don't think they're from the likes of Dendar. Sandman knows that name.
Yes, Sandman would know that name. Remind me though, is Dendar like exclusively counter to Aetherios?
No. Dendar would know that from when Smooth basically told him in Vilmos in the tavern when you dealt with like a Oni basically breaking in and trying to assassinate you.
Oh yeah, that the Oni was a follower of Dendar.
No. Smooth Vile basically explained stuff about the Heavenly Path, and he also explained Dendar because it was dealing with Vilmos' stuff. You know, Swamp Elf and Dragon Aids.
Yeah. And he's gonna keep staring, and then he's gonna be like, I'll think about it.
He'll just sort of look over and just sort of nudge.
If you want to look into that, you
it.
can do an insight check, but
not Rashid is just gonna he's gonna accept it. He's too stupid to kind of care.
I'm gonna do it just for my own personal pleasure.
Yeah, please do. He'll sort of like nudge Orgoth and be like, "Hey, didn't say no."
10.
I think we're in.
10. It looks like this person's default is basically stoic. I don't care about most things. Leave me alone. That's his baseline. You can't really see much beyond that.
Well, I guess you can say he is able to play with a stone face.
All right.
I do crack myself up.
Okay, so Roxy is going to be like, well, it seems like this session was it seems like this combat was a success. Now, Sug, King, we got to talk about the next event, because I really think that we really ought to and at that very moment, her words are cut off, as there is a very loud, thunderous sound that seems to echo from the far distance. But it's one that is so booming that it echoes throughout the sky, and it attracts everybody's attention. Everybody standing in the arena who can see, they notice that there is a flash of light in the sky. And while you are all inside of the Vagabond arena, and you cannot necessarily see what it is that happens exactly, I will show you, as the players, what the sound was. It was like an explosion, something that snapped the air and created a bright and shining light in the sky that's unmistakable. And it has caused everybody to halt and look about. Because of the tent, they cannot actually see the cause of it. They are able to see the light because the top of the tent is open. However, there is the tent itself is blocking any visual of what has happened. But you, the players, get to witness it firsthand. As I switch over to the Seglesia map. If I can find the Seglesia map. There we go. Map of Seglesia. I'll preload and make sure y'all are safe with that. Give it a few seconds. And soon after, you are seeing several flashes of light in the sky. You are seeing flashes as if there is a rolling thunder above you. And it starts light at first. And yet it picks up in its viciousness quickly.
DM, may I make a survival check? Or a nature?
You absolutely may.
I'll make a nature check if that's okay.
Nice.
That was a 21. You know no such circumstance where a storm such as this would happen in any natural sense. This, while it is not an Arcana check that you made, this is a magical storm.
What?
This is a storm caused by the forces beyond the natural.
What?
Oh, shit.
Wait, I'm gonna
Henry
go
is going to... Oh, sorry, go on.
I was gonna say, Windbear is about to, see it. Does he know, I was gonna say, would he be able to see, be able to go outside and see what area the magical storm's happening in?
Once again, I'll say this. The arena is such that you can see. Think of a stadium. You know how like a stadium doesn't necessarily is not necessarily just a cylinder. It's sort of its tarp wraps up and around, but the main part above is wide and open, so you can see the edge of this storm, and it is a massive one, and it seems to have happened almost all at once. And in happening almost all at once, you can each of you can see the twirling of clouds. And from what you can measure, it's coming from the city. It's coming from near the center of the city.
Shit.
Hey, Matt, can I make a check for this?
What kind of check?
I want to, as a sorcerer literally made of pure magic, and an oculi with very good perception, could I like look towards the storm and try to get a general sense of what type of magic this is? Like to see like who would be casting this. Like if it was a druid, would this be nature-like magic? Or if this was like a cleric, would this be more divine magic? Or, mage, just arcane stuff?
Sure.
Is that a possible thing I can do?
Yeah, I mean, that's a thing. Please roll a...
Arcana check.
Please roll an Arcana.
I'm not good at this, but I still want to see.
Womp womp.
Nope. Pretty colors.
It is pretty colors. That is one of the things that seems to give it away. That when you see thunderstorms, it is normal lights, but the flashes are occurring in shades of yellow and blue, and some red. It is pretty, but it is terrifying. Roxy is looking up, and as the wind is starting to pick up, and you can feel the wind pick up, Roxy utilizes the sort of the ability to create illusions to actually depict things. Roxy basically uses clairvoyance in a way to create sort of an illusion to basically try to see, but also show you what it is she's seeing. And what she's seeing is precisely what I'm showing you on the map. And then, in particular, one spot in the city begins to almost dance in a circular dance in a shower of lightning above the spot in the sky in a circle.
And I will. Oh, sorry, go on.
I'm sorry, say that again?
Henry will take the popcorn that they've been sharing with King and Orgoth and then toss it towards Rashid a little bit, prick their neck a little bit, and then take out the short swords. Just ready for anything.
Rashid's gonna start munching.
And then, as if this wasn't enough, a blast takes place. Just want to make sure that that is seen. As the lightning, stemming off the very tip of this building, Windveer would recognize this building as Windveer has been to the Great Lion's Ascent many a time. This in particular is the home of the Arcanist Inquisition here in Seglesia.
Oh shit! No! Oh!
That's not good.
Yeah, it's Windveer just. It does the clairvoyance show the attacking the Inquisition Tower?
No, it seems like it's coming from the tower. Like the tower is like the pinpoint of all of this stuff. And at once, there is a flash in the illusion and an explosion. And the top of the building, the top of the tower that is the Arcanist Inquisition headquarters, completely explodes. And from the explosion, fireballs of vast size and various colors spread out in great arcs across the sky. Some of them fall upon places in the city. Some of them fall as far as the coast. But one of them is coming directly towards Autumn Rock. This one, a bright fuchsia, soaring through the sky and coming upon where you are stationed at the battle tent. And you will notice that this bright fuchsia-colored fireball, with all its ferocity, begins to light up the sky of its same hue. And it comes down, and right when you think that it's about to come down upon the Vagabond Arena itself, it instead strikes the watchtower that sits above the Vagabond Arena. A watchtower that is used often by the Sentinels to witness the games from a higher vantage point. It strikes this tower, and this tower is no match for this destruction. And in that precise moment, you see a fiery mass of stone, of wood, of tile completely lose its structure, and it begins falling. It falls over the Vagabond Arena. And it is falling. And as it breaks apart...
Oh boy.
Not yet. No, I got things to say. And as it breaks apart, and as it begins tumbling down, you realize that the head of the tower is bearing right over where you were standing. And just as it is coming down, time completely stops. And I want everyone to roll a perception check.
Fucking days.
Oh, this is the best and worst day imaginable.
What the fuck is Dace doing? Shit. Hey!
Hey! Oh, super!
Oh yeah.
That is a nat 20, which I will give, and an advantage of 20. Okay. Oh boy. Oh boy. I will also have both of you roll. You were both magic users in one way or another, so I'll both have you roll. Do not move. You cannot move.
I'm not.
Nowhere.
You're going nowhere.
In fact, my foundry's a little bit iffy. That's the only thing.
Okay.
All right. Roll Arcana.
Please, if you could, roll an Arcana. Rashid and Winveer.
Got it.
Orgoth as well.
Yeah, Orgoth. He's a
Yeah, me as well.
Oh, and Orgoth.
I'm
Yeah,
the one with that 20.
you got an. Oh, you rolled the nat 20. Okay, hold on a second. I
Yeah.
misread that. Rashid, Orgoth. Oh, Winveer did not. Okay, never mind. That's you two. I misread. Orgoth and Rashid. Both of you roll an Arcana check.
Hey, I'm gonna need you to carry me for this one.
Got 11.
No. In this precise moment, in fact, time does stop. You are frozen. Consciously, you are still awake, but you are completely frozen. Strangely, you are just enough able to move your eyes, move your vision, perhaps move your head a little bit. But one thing in particular, you two do notice, while everybody is completely fixated on the thing that is about to fall over and crush you, one person among you has something hovering around them. And this person has a spirit of sorts that has emerged from the fabric of reality and has made themselves known to them. And this person is entered by this spirit. And you see Roxy Righteous standing and beginning to actually move. And Roxy looks over to each of you. And she looks up, realizing what is happening. And she gives a bit of a smirk to each of you and says, "Well, it seems we have a problem. But don't worry, we'll solve it. So check out the stream and watch Roxy Righteous revolve it."
Otters?
What, gay?
You thought it was only one time. You are mistaken. Roll that filter. It is time, my friends. Time to do this live on stream. Everyone, welcome. Welcome back to the skill challenge. Welcome back to the Montage Minute. I am your explorer from Zandora, your montage queen, Roxy Righteous, baby. And it's time for us to begin the next edition of the Montage Skill Challenge. So, are you ready? Because it seems like our party is only about to begin. A lot of people are in a pit, but I think we can make it out alive. Big trouble in Little Autumn, my friends. Lives are in danger. Urgent action is required. All predestined events must be put on hold until the threat to the public is eliminated. Here are the rules, my friends. You must evacuate the area. Save as many as possible. Beware of fire and collapse. And do what you can to survive the blades. This skill challenge will be broken up into separate rounds. The first round will be dedicated very specifically to gaining orientation of the circumstance that you find yourselves in. It will begin with a dexterity saving throw, as you will need to dodge the building that is collapsing down upon you. Second, it is important to know your surroundings, so make sure to make that perception check and make it high. And identify your path of completion. You will need to escape the area, because as it seems, this place is going to catch fire very quickly. But people are in danger. It's time to rescue those trapped victims, and make sure as many of them escape with their lives as possible. Also, if you can manage to take up any of the, save any of the items, particularly the chest full of prize goodies, I would highly recommend to do so. The second round is dedicated very specifically to executing your plan. But beware, this is a dangerous environment. Falling debris, fire, all of the above. You only have 3 failures permitted to you. If you sustain 3, then your plans laid out for round 2 must be abandoned, and you must skip to round 3. Make sure to use your time wisely, but act fast. Continued rolls against danger will be made over time. Finally, once you've done what you can, head to the nearest exit, or find shelter if an exit cannot be found. Once you have escaped, the skill challenge ends. Successes do count toward your reputation tonight, my fellow cubs. They will be remembered, but failures will not count against you. Because, let's be honest, nobody expected what just happened. There are still questions in the air. There are still uncertainties. But you and I together will find out what exactly is happening in Seglesia. Even if you do not save everyone, you've done what you could. Announcement to the players themselves, and not the characters. Meta information. Arc 1 is coming to a close. Your time in Autumn Rock is ending. Once the skill challenge is complete, the arena events will be cut short, local curfew instated, and the free tournament rescheduled. Return to your mysterious benefactor once completed. And as usual, go get him, Tiger. If it wasn't apparent to all of you, this is a series now. All right. Allow me to load up the incoming map. It is much like the map that you are currently at. However, it is quite dangerous. As I preload, and I load you into it accordingly. First, I need everybody to make their dexterity saving throws.
Oh.
So FYI, Henry's not on that.
I'm working.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Here we go.
Oh, let's see how badly I did.
Alright. Come on, Rushy. I
Hey,
literally
buddy.
just made you proficient in this shit. If you don't succeed, I'm drop kicking you. Let's go!
Whoa, there's
Playing for the long game.
Oh.
I guess it's
Yikes.
doing some blinking, but that's okay. I think that's just my display.
Do I get advantage on dexterity saving throws? Hold on.
That
one
is
second.
advantage.
Sorry.
You rolled the 3,
No,
that was the
one
highest
second.
one.
Music is a little bit. One second. Okay,
Did you all
okay.
find it maybe a little bit strange that I had Roxy Righteous come up and heal you, despite the fact that there's a magical hot tub that you could have just gone to? Yeah, something
Yes.
is going to happen. And in this precise moment,
Keeper, save me.
the keeper is going to arise and is going to pull very much the same. Trick as they did with Henry. Open up a portal underneath Ray, and Ray is going to vanish, and the keeper is going to jump in.
Hey, wait, come back, son of a bitch.
Look, we can talk about it later. Right now, let's see what we can do.
Okay, fine.
Let's get that music
By the way, I'm
rolling.
supposed to be small now.
I don't know. I really love this music right now. This is great.
Oh, I can't hear it. I can just make it where I can hear it though.
Oh.
Oh wait, no,
There we
it's
go.
because Foundry's muted. Duh.
I have in fact now actually purchased a subscription to Epidemic Sound, so I got the song I was looking for. All right.
Go.
So we have our dexterity saving throws. We have Winveers, Rashids, Orgoths, Kings, and Henrys.
I can use Uggs. I think I can use Uggs.
Here, initially, I just moved myself to where I
let's
was
see.
originally.
Oh yeah, that's right. We don't have Zugs, but I think so let me go ahead and roll Zugs then.
We don't have Zach?
Yeah, Ambrose was having issues. When he comes, if he comes back in and he sees, he's gonna be like, "What happened?"
I think you can see though.
Yeah.
I think you can see, right? No. No,
At least I didn't see him.
yeah.
Oh
Okay.
man. So
Whew,
hey,
okay.
for this initial collapse of debris, let me roll the damage, and of course, Dex saving throw means it is going to be half damage. I'm going to equate this to 3d6 plus 3d6 in general.
9. So that's half. I take 4. Okay.
Okay. I mean, I would assume a tower falling on you would create more damage than that, but I'm treating it sort of in the sort of for the flame aspect of it. I would argue, for the most part, you have dodged most of the debris, and it's very easy to see a taller tower fall down. So, anybody who has succeeded is half of 9. Otherwise, everybody gets 9 damage. Oh yeah, I have to have Sandman roll this. He is badly injured.
Same thing with Lola.
Well, he does not succeed either. And then Lola.
What is with the roll?
Lola does not succeed either. All right. Well, they're gonna get hit by a bunch of fire. 4. So, oh, by the way, King, you're supposed to be normal sized. And we need Roxy in there. So, Roxy is going to look at each of you, is going to blink, and she's going to look around and be like, whoa, we got to help out as many people as possible. And you will notice, of course, your environment based upon your perception rolls. So please, everybody, roll a perception check.
You got it, champ. Perception, advantage. Don't forget advantage, Henry.
All right, 21.
Let's see.
I should mention this should be a straight roll, shouldn't it?
It is a perception roll. I don't know why would you have advantage because
Oculi sight. We have
sight.
advantage on all perception checks with resolving or using sight.
Okay.
But Henry's with light.
Oh, I don't know anything about that.
Oh, I'm talking about because I know that Henry, because of the light.
Oh yeah, we talked about this, didn't we? So Henry is blind, which means that
you should just make that straight roll then, or take the 5.
I forgot what we agreed on. Let's just go with let's apply it instead to other senses. Let's just kind of do a sentinel kind of thing, where of course you can't see, but you can hear and you can sense stuff around you. So let's do an advantage roll on that. Things are blinking, but that's probably because I have a whole bunch of stuff running.
Sure. 21 then would be the roll.
21, huh? All right. So, we have certain individuals who have. Oh man, everybody rolled really well, for the most part. So as long as somebody got above a 20, y'all can see pretty much all of the major points. Nobody got a 25, so there's a couple, maybe 1 or 2 things eluding you. I will point them out to you. There is a large gathering of people that have already ran off of the risers and have found themselves in the pit. In the midst of this, a bunch of people have already left the arena. However, this large bunch seems to be in a bit of a panic, and they don't know where to go. They are basically trapped between 2 mounds of debris to the closest entrance. I would like to mention that while this is technically a tent that is mostly put together with tarp, I've done my research, and I have dictated that the kind of tarp that is used for industrial purposes is quite strong, and I will use that as my reasoning to suggest that this is an intact building where there are not a lot of openings aside from the entrance. Because that kind of tarp is supposed to be fire resistant and rip resistant. However, it is not out of the question to potentially rip a hole if you do enough damage to the tarp. It is just that for the most part, there are no openings. It is complicated further by the fact that there is a smaller crowd of people that ran towards the entrance behind most of the people that ran off, and unfortunately the entrance is blocked by a lot of debris. On top of this, there are 3 crowds that are each individually trapped by the flames. For the most part, they don't need motivation. They need somebody to guide them through the flames to safety. So that's more of a survival check. There is somebody who is very clearly trapped underneath debris. There is this crowd, of which has a number of people who are injured, and they're trying to help their compatriots out. That would require... there's a number of different checks that you could pull for that to help that group of people out. Let's see if there are any other individuals. There is a... what you see is a goblin who is trying to dig somebody out of the rubble. All you can see of the person in the rubble is an arm. And they are trying to reach out, but they are trapped underneath the rubble. Finally, the host is seeing all of this crazy nonsense, and he is he's trying to close the chest, and he's bewildered by everything that's happening, and he is trying to move around with the chest. You don't quite know what he's up to, but those are the points of execution. So I'm going to hand it off to you. Because this is a skill challenge, those with proficiencies in certain skills should be the ones to take up those particular parts of the challenge. If you need assistance, you have the potential of 3 separate NPCs to help you, to aid you. So I will hand it off to you, and then as soon as you have a general game plan about who is to do what, we will roll initiative, and we will go down the list. Does that sound good?
Yes.
Yep.
So,
You?
quick
Okay.
question.
Yes.
Quick question. When it comes to the tapestry of the tent, you'd say that it's not. Let's say it'd be strong. It's strong, but let's say is that somebody swings a sharp object into it. Would it be able to make a hole through it?
If somebody swung a large, sharp object into it and did enough damage, then they could.
Okay, I got the idea now. All right.
Yes.
So, let's see here. All right, when it comes to their skill set, would it be best to use? All right, Henry, it'd be best for you for the time being to go down to the lower end of them and be able to make their way to the end where we're having the host go there. Because what I'm planning to do is to have King go over to the edge of the host, create a doorway through it, using his greatsword in order to be able to move them out of the way. Because that entrance is going to take too long to actually dig out within this situation. Which I'll be able to do is get the larger crowd to move them into that way when it comes with it. We're going to have Sug over here be able to work with the damaging crew, most likely the one on top of there, which allows him to work in that one. We have Sandman, who probably still is a little bit larger, or Roxy, depending on which one's best with it, be able to help the goblin.
please-
Usually stand.
May I please quickly interject
Yes.
in character? Okay. Henry will see Winveer panicking a little bit,
I'm not.
and not really panicking, but battle strategizing, moving units. And they will go, can I make a quick intuition check or some sort of battle check to see which one of these exits look to be the most secure?
So, presently, there is no exit. The only actual entrance is covered in debris.
And all of these ones are basically, okay. Are these walled stands? Can they be broken through?
Which ones are you pointing out?
Whatever Winveer was telling me seemed to be the most secure, because it sounds like we might be going towards the host.
You're thinking. Oh, so you're thinking about. Sorry.
I'm thinking of making a hole in this tent so we can get out, but I need to know which has the most structural, which one has the most structure to it.
Um,
I'll help out with that if I could.
Oh, so like, where is there a weak point? I guess can you put it
Not
into,
necessarily a weak point, more like if I were to make a hole shot straight through one side of the tent, make an exit so people can safely get out. It is the most structurally sound so that we can get as many people through without like getting the tent to crash down on us.
Gotcha. I mean, you could definitely make a roll for that. The thing is that your perception check. Oh, wait, hold on a moment, because I had you do perception checks. That was what. So I can't reveal anything more because that was part of your perception check. Nobody got a 25 or above.
Oh, okay.
So
Investigation?
nope. That was your perception check.
Okay.
So the I mentioned, I sort of mentioned the rules in terms of looking and seeing more points of of the durability of the tent. From what you can tell, there is no part of the tent that you can tell is stronger or weaker. I'll give you that as a result of your collective perception rolls.
And if Matt, can you remind me, where is the exit, or where do we basically come into? If you can remind me.
You initially came in from here.
This side, okay. All right, I'll be honest with you guys. I'll be 100% honest. I don't think it's out of character as an underling of the sin of greed to go after the person with loot and treasure over here and handle that situation over there.
Well, no, why do you think I said we go over, make a hole over there?
Yeah, okay. I'm just letting you guys know. It's like, all right, I'll be real with you.
Well, it's more for the fact that he's trying to figure out what's going on, which allows you to have a better chance to actually close it up and help him go through the exit with it. I'm thinking now, actually, when you put it out, and thank you, is that the one within the south. I was going to say the south west to us, directly to us, would probably be a better entrance, considering it's not surrounded by fire, which then has most of them be able to go in with an orderly fashion, the most efficient way possible. So we'll just have that. I would say trust with the call shot, but I would actually probably feel a little bit more secure having King do it, considering we know about King's strength, as well as his ability to use his greatsword, which helps very immensely when it comes to the situation. We then will be able to, once he's done with that situation, help with some of the debris as well, since he is one of our strongest members. He will be able to help. He'll be able to help the one stuck within the most southeast corner of it. And we're gonna have ourselves. We're gonna have the axolotl. I can never remember her name. Sorry. Is considering we have the group over there helping their friends, she would probably be able to help when it comes with some moral support that allows them to pull them out there. So if you're able to do that, and we're able to herd in the three others that are most likely confused and panicking near the southwest quadrant, we'll be able to move in an orderly fashion and be able to actually get them out. Rashid, I'll leave you with the gold. He most likely would like you, considering he fought the monster of Maelstrom, and he knows that you are a possible fighter, so he's not going to feel as worried as someone randomly taking his chest. Said before, we have Zug. Zug is
Question for you, though,
real quick to
Windveer. Is the way I'm looking at the map, just based on the strategy that you pointed out. Oh, yay. We're going out this way, right?
Yes, we're going out that way.
Right, so we need to collect 1, 2, 3 groups of people, unless we can do a second exit this way.
Yeah, but we gotta actually make an exit first, and then we can worry about the people. Yeah. So I was gonna say, I can rush over. If King helps me, actually make the hole. I'll convince the guy with the gold and shit, and just be like, "Hey, yo, you can't carry that and get out of here alive." Drop it for a brief moment to help King out. I don't know if he's a fighter or not, whatever.
King's
but
a fighter.
No, the fucking this guy or whatever, if he's capable of doing anything. But basically, to help make this hole in the wall, I'll use an arcane couple blast to help King, and then we're making hole in the wall.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And then the only problem is the panicked group running in, clawing their way out of the exit. If you're doing that,
Got them. Got them.
all right.
I think
I'll-
we're.
As long as I can get the exit, I can probably get the people.
Got it. All right.
I think everybody's good to go then. Orgoth, you got something that you're doing, or you need something?
I would probably need something. I don't think I have any attributes that will help.
Orgoth can help out with getting people to like leading them to safety. Because me and King need to worry about getting the hole in the wall. And Henry, I think you're on people duty, getting them to safety, right? Same thing with Winver.
Yeah. I'm dealing with the big crowd. I'm gonna see if I have Sandman help them pull out, help with the goblin.
Alright.
And then afterwards, I was gonna say afterwards we make that hole. Try to see if you can help try to help that person out that's stuck in the corner. I would say after the hole, I would say King help the person that's stuck underneath the beam as well.
1 second.
Sounds good. Alright, so King's with me. Let's go to the fucking other, this little guy over here. Everybody else, fan out, squad, and save some folks.
Alright.
All right, I solved the blinking problem. It's apparently the effects. They are animated, and they are all in particular. They have a single frame that literally is just them blinking out of existence. Okay, solved that. But it sounds like everybody has what they are going to tackle. Free movement to get to where you need to. And I am going to start an encounter.
Can you move the axolotl to where the other group near King is?
All right, so other group near King.
Right over here.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, good thing.
We're having
Right.
her moral support there, so they're able to pull it out.
All right, where do you want Sandman and Roxy?
I
Peaceful
want
duty.
Sandman to help the goblin. He would probably most likely work with them. And I want Roxy right now to actually at least calm down and help with the big group for the time being, and then have her with the oh, that person disappeared.
Yeah, so I forgot to actually mention that person, so I'm just removing that person. Unless
Okay.
were they part of your calculations?
Yes,
Oh
you can remove it though. It makes things easier.
no.
All right. So in that case, because it'd probably have a little bit more time. Have Roxy help this group, and then help her.
Make sure to
And
ping.
then-
so I
Yeah,
can see.
ping. Make sure to ping because I can't see.
How do I ping? I'll try.
Click and hold. There you
All
go.
right. Yeah. Have Roxy. Actually, Roxy right here first.
Okay, Roxy right there first. Got it.
Yep. I'm gonna say, Morgoth. It'd be smarter if you're over. Oh, no, Henry. I need you over here.
Henry is needed in the respective location.
Morgoth. I need you right now, right over here. I'm gonna have you see if you can make a hole as well for the time being.
All right.
And I am where I am right now. We're gonna need Rashid and King over there. Afterwards, Rashid, you'll be going north. King, you'll be going south.
I think we're. Well, hold on real quick. I think me and King we're gonna make the hole in the south, and then afterwards I can go north. I'm just gonna like literally hurl like arcane bolts to help King out to help make the hole faster, pretty much.
All right.
Okay. So with all of you in your with your current selection, I would like each of you to roll into initiative. And I will make sure to also include our NPCs in that initiative. and a general initiative for everybody that is not an NPC. Let's see. And where is Lola? There's Lola.
Wow. All right. Forgot this is Sandman.
Yeah, I'll do it.
High dexterity. All right. In which case, Sandman's turn to begin. Obviously, in this case, the NPCs are there to assist. I do not believe that they should count towards your failures. But I would also suggest that if they fail, they are no longer useful.
Okay.
So this individual runs over to the goblin, and the goblin is trying to get this person out from under. Sandman is not really all that strong, but he is going to do what he can to try to move as many rocks away and potentially do what he can to... Oh, well, I mean, with advantage.
DM inspiration.
Nope.
I have the inspiration, remember?
Well, hold on. I didn't do it with advantage, so I need to roll it again anyhow.
Okay.
Oh.
Because they're both working on it.
Wait,
oh
what
my
the
god!
DM inspiration.
The 1 in 400, baby.
Oh, well, the other one was... Alright, well, I know I made a mistake on that. You want me to roll it one more time?
That's right.
Alright. 8!
Oh my
It is
God.
still not successful. And, Sandman is just not being able to succeed here, and Sandman is no longer of any use to this circumstance. Does not count towards your failures, but he is no longer a resource.
God damn it, okay.
However, it is now Roxy's turn. Roxy, the goal was to go over here to this crowd. Please repeat what your directed intent was to have Roxy come over here.
Roxy is to direct the crowd over away from the rebel to the safer area.
Let them know that there's going to be another opening. Everybody follow me.
Yes.
Got it. So Roxy is going to make a persuasion check. As a matter of fact, I'm going to type that in manually here because 20 plus. Okay, super. Roxy is able to use her energy to get everybody's attention and to direct them on a route towards this other. The spot where you suggest there's going to be an exit. So they are on their way.
All right.
Now there is Winveer's turn.
Mm-hmm.
And we are going to begin on that front. You are located here. And I am seeing the crowd. Seeing the crowd kind of panicking going through. I'll be yelling at them. Yelling, good people! Me and my team have figured out a way out. Follow me! And I'm gonna do a persuasion check to get them to follow me. Okay.
Alright.
Hopefully your bardness is able to compel them to do so.
Yes.
Oh, very quite easily, my friend.
My noble regalia. Thank you.
They see you as an immediate authority figure. Everybody who is there panicked, not able to focus. They all hear your voice commanding, and they know that you are the person to follow. You are going to save them.
All right. So I'm going to do is have... Oopsies, wrong thing. Well, I was going to say I can't go through Lola's group yet. That would just cause too much of a ruckus. Going over... we're going to go over the rubble close to Roxy's group. So about right over here. So I just need them right there. There we go.
Okay. In essence, groups are going to converge.
All right. I look over back at Roxy. Roxy. All right. I got the rest from here. Rest from here. I think I heard somebody trapped under there. Can you go help them?
All right. That is what they will. Pointing out which one.
Actually, I was gonna say right now. I would go with. Usually, it actually depends on.
Yeah, because there's 3 individual people who are worse for wear.
I'm actually gonna say the one Sandman was helping.
Okay.
Because they need to get rid of that one.
All right.
Well,
Roxy's gonna move over there then.
All right.
And that you have succeeded, so that's going to be your turn. And we're going to move it over to Orgoth.
Orgoth will tell them to move over here. Well, behind them, mostly.
To move behind.
Yeah, well, get behind them and maybe close to the middle where Winneveer is.
Okay, so in this, and I hope you guys were listening. There were 2 panicked crowds and 2 crowds that just didn't know how to get through the flames. These 2 are not panicked. They need to know how to get through the flames. I'm hoping you have a decent survival check for basically tracking.
Sally, it's a 0 for survival.
Okay. Gotcha. Because I tried to make that part clear. But roll your survival check.
All right.
That 14 is. Oh no. Any. It's almost as if something added to that might actually succeed. But as
anyone have one?
As it stands, 14 is not going to do it.
Yep.
Oh, nobody's got a +1 token. Got it. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So the flames are getting hotter, and unfortunately, they're not able to make it through. They're still stuck around this area. Unfortunately, unless there is anything added to that, that's going to be a failure.
Could I give him a +1? I was muted when I said, "Oh yeah, I can give him one."
Oh yeah, if you give him a +1, give him +1. +1 token. So that makes it 15. They find an opening in the flames, and they're able to make it out.
That was pretty clutch.
All right, so where is it that you're directing this crowd?
Like mostly, how do I?
Towards the greater. How about like consolidating it into the greater crowd that is focused and directed by all of you?
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, that works.
Boom. Consolidated into the crowd. In which case, all I can. Yeah,
Is that it for my turn, or?
You succeeded. You succeeded a roll. That is it for your turn. I'm gonna make the crowd bigger. So it is next individual's turn, which is going to be Henry. You are faced with a very similar circumstance. This small crowd of people, it's not that they're panicking, it's that they can't find a way out.
Henry will speak for the very first time towards the crowd, and they will draw out their voice. And they will actually say, the most amount of sentences you've ever heard this character ever say. People of Seglesia, we have created a hole straight through here. Only exit through that entrance. We will try to get you to safety as much as possible. Please try to stick together, keep safe, walk in an orderly manner. Follow me.
Survival check.
Henry's the best flight attendant.
16. You succeed. Absolutely. You come off as a grim character because you're Henry, but very competent, composed, and these people decide that you may know the best way, and you're able to guide them out from their spot in the flames, and in essence, consolidate with the greater crowd. That is a success. Let's move it over to King.
All right.
We are now interacting with the arena leader.
Just a quick question. When we leveled up last session, was it considered a long rest so we get our resources back?
No, I was not considering that in particular.
I gotta figure out what spell slots I had then. What did I cast last time? I think I'm out of everything then.
Oh.
Except like one.
That's not fair of me. Yeah, that's not fair of me. If you level up, you level up. So honestly, I think y'all are, y'all are top of your hit points. But it's not struggle. It's not fair of me, but you just got done with like a very drastic battle, and for you to suddenly be like, "Oh, I'm refreshed." It's a little interesting.
Yeah, this is fine. I'm trying to figure out. Let's see here. We still got this. Still got this.
I would say not resource-wise. You were level 4. You have not taken a long rest.
Yeah. All right. No worries. All right. In that case.
So to confirm, we don't have everything. Then correct.
Correct.
Okay. I think I'm out of everything. Let me adjust this. Two of these.
You're not out of everything. You can always roll.
No, I mean like spell slots.
Oh, right.
Oh, we do get another one at second level though, so that'll help out.
Can I see along the left side of the arena? Just out of curiosity, if there was a part of the wall that seems to have been burnt up or just looks weaker than the rest?
So, if you do, that is your turn. The purpose of me having everybody roll their perception checks in the beginning was for that reason. If you want to check again, you certainly can. Now, there's some benefit to that, because if there are certain details and you are closer, you could take a period of time, taking a closer look, and you could absolutely do that. But that would be your turn. It would be take an action.
All right. In that case, I will roll to see what King decides. He doesn't wait. Alright, when he gets over there, he's gonna look at the... I think it's the ringleader? This guy over there?
Yep.
He's gonna take a look at him, give him a bit of a dirty look, but he doesn't say anything. Because he's trying to keep a stoic face, but deep down, King is panicking. And then he's gonna look at Rashid, and then the treasure, nod at Rashid, hoping that he knows what to do. And then he's going to probably come over there, and he's just gonna start swinging at this wall, hoping to just tear it apart.
Could I tell King one thing?
Yep.
Rashid will just mention, more southward. We need to make it where all the other people already are. Basically just directing him kind of like to make it over here instead, or like just southward more on the map.
Actually, hold on, let me just make sure I can move there. Okay. Alright then. King will nod, and he will charge over there. And try to break the wall there.
Okay. So you are going to make an attack or use your weapon to cause damage to the wall. In which case, attack roll with a very low DC and then roll your damage. I mean, it's very hard to hit the broadside of a barn. Why not hit the broadside of a tent?
Please don't fail.
Oh, you most certainly hit it, but roll your damage because that is going to be the determinant factor. Your sword manages to halt against the tarp. However, the tip of your sword does end up poking a hole. Clearly, it's not enough for any creature to get through. It's gonna take some more slashing.
I may need some help here.
All right. So that
just a moment.
So that will end up being your turn, Rashid. There have been no failures so far, except by an NPC.
Okay. I'll try to beat this because I don't know exactly how long I have on this turn. But Rashid's like conjuring a spell and is sort of making a bit of ice, or his hands are slowly going colder. But I'll look towards this individual, and what are they doing off to the side? Are they just like throwing stuff in this chest and like picking it up, or are they like already hauling it, trying to run away?
Let's see here. It's a shame I can't see people. Oh, okay. I was trying to take a look at passives, because passives are still active. Your passive insight. Let me roll something here. They look like they're just trying to secure the chest. All they're trying to do is make sure that the assets of the Sentinels isn't lost in the fire. So they've been working to try to close the chest, lock it, and they're in the middle of trying to move it.
Alright, Rashid will just sort of slide over the legs of the chest and the debris, and he'll just look over to him and just say, friend, you probably won't be able to hold all of that by yourself, especially with everything going to shit.
Oh, don't mind me, I got it. I am Rodram Stonehilt. I am more than capable of taking these items aside and in making sure that they get to a safe place.
Well, wonderful. You can get to a safe place over there where my associate is slowly making an exit way for you. And as this is sort of happening, I'll just yell out for King to like duck out of the way or like back up for a moment. Does King like sort of lean backwards to not get hit by this spell?
Yeah.
All right, cool. I will send over, and as Rashid's hands are freezing over, I'll slowly begin to almost touch the ground, and immediately sort of forming a icy ray begins to slowly almost destroy everything in its path for a brief moment in time. As it goes and strikes up into a line, you'll see as the wall that King is striking at the moment, it freezes over, making it more vulnerable. As I'm going to use Agnazar Scorcher, but I'm going to use Transmutation spell to turn it from fire to ice damage to hopefully make it more weak. invulnerable to King's sort of sword slashes.
Ah, I see. So is it going to need a... Am I going to need to make a saving throw for it?
I mean, it's a dexterity saving throw, but it's also a wall.
It is also a wall. So you're going to convert it to ice. I mean... It's not as if you... I mean, I'll just entertain it for fun. 3! It does not succeed at dodging. I mean, think of it this way. It's still tense. It's still sort of like waving in the wind and stuff. So, like, hitting the exact spot, you know, it would really, really have to be a very good saving throw. But, no, you hit it, so roll your damage.
It is 12 points of cold damage. Guys, do you think I should make it higher or just leave it where it is?
Leave it where it is.
Leave it where it is? Alright, you got it.
We already had the 11 done by King. I think it's cumulative.
Also,
Gotcha.
N Super Tired has gotten a plus 1d4 roll as part of their inspiration roster.
Nice.
Alright. But I'll kind of like, as that sort of happens, I'll look towards King. I'll just sort of motion towards King, literally breaking the wall down. He's about to, you know, shatter this thing. I mean, I'll tell you what. I don't want to haggle at them, or at this time people are dying. Just give us it, or you will just go through there. You make sure yourself is safe and your coin and everything else is fine with it. But I can make sure that you get out of there first if you know, gave us a little bit of a cut, huh?
Gotcha. Oh, yeah, that was 12 damage. Got it. So you see as the icy beam, or the scorcher, which is actually ice, manages to take this tarp and make it abundantly still, as it is completely now covered in icicles and a layer of ice. The rigidity of it is definitely allowing for, well, how should I put this? You're definitely creating a larger hole with the blast of it. It might be enough for someone the size of, King to slip through within acrobatics, but it's not large enough for a normal person to get through. You are working at it for sure, and it will actually be vulnerable to its next melee strike because it is now rigid and covered in ice.
Gotcha. Does the individual like say anything after I mentioned that? Hey, I'll let you go first. Just well, first off, make sure you get your ass out of there. But hey, I'll make sure you go first if you give us a little bit of a cut, because you know I gotta be Rashid and try.
We will see what he does on his turn.
You got it. All right, that's it for me.
Okay. Final is Lola Del Coral. Lola is gonna go over and she's gonna say, this fire is not good. And is clearly sweating. Is gonna go over to this group of people and is gonna say, "Hey, everyone, we're trying to cut a way out. Please follow me and gather with the group." And they are going to try to guide and perform a survival check. Thankfully, their survival is a +5. But 11 is not going to succeed.
Shit. Okay.
So that means that Lola, unfortunately, is no longer of assistance as a NPC.
Do you think it's worth it to use a D4? I got inspo. Asking players.
I would probably, truth be told, I'd probably say no, considering the fact that we have what, a 25% chance in order to be able to actually have it succeed. It's not that option that we're able to do. We can probably work with them during the time to be able to work with this. It's fine.
Got it.
We already have mostly everything that we need to get done right now. We got to be able to save a couple of them. We still have Roxy. Henry be able to work within there. Orgoth, I still need you to help them for the time being. Work with them. And work with them. After that, King, we're still going to need you to get out of the people. I'll be able to at least get the other people to come in there, be able to get to the exit. That we should still be good.
All right. From that roll, basically what you see is that this small crowd moves forward, but then the blaze really starts lighting up, and then they start stepping back, and they don't feel confident enough to step through.
Got it. All right.
So that is the end of this particular round. Of course, round 2.1 will follow. However, before that happens, I need to have the crowds do particular things. Now, the massive group is not going to need to make any roll because everybody is focused and fixated on the exit, and see that you are all doing your best to create a hole, create an exit. I am actually going to afford... no, that was with advantage when Sandman was doing that. This individual is going to roll a Constitution saving throw against the pressures of being underneath the rubble. 8. These commoners unfortunately do not have a lot of hit points, so let's hope. She is not looking very good. Her voices are becoming quieter, and she's about to be passed out from the smoke. As for this individual, they are also going to make such a Constitution saving throw. That is going to succeed. So they are only... Oh, shoot. They're dealt literally 1 damage. Alright. This individual up here is going to do similar roll. Constitution saving throw. They are only going to be dealt 1 damage.
Of course, the child is having a problem. Let's see.
Let me make sure that I'm tracking their points correctly then. In the midst... No, that's accurate. Okay, so in the midst of everything, all of the NPCs and things have gone. However, it's in this precise moment... actually, no, we forgot one. The leader. The leader, having realized that the gig is up, is going to try to make a strength check against you to try to pull it out of your reach. He's going to be like, "No, I said I got it."
I mean, I wasn't necessarily pulling it away from him, but I mean, I wasn't really pulling it away. I was just like, "Hey, yo, come with me and actually get to safety."
He is very much, very much of the mind that this chest is coming with him. And he's actually, it's odd, because he seems to be moving away from the entrance that you're trying to open. That's fishy.
Could I make a... Well, I don't know, you made me use passive insight, but could I make it...
I think for passive insight, it's pretty obvious. He wants to keep the chest for himself.
No.
Okay, yeah, gotcha. Alright, cool. Well, he's not. Damn it, if I was another character. You already know I'm casting whole person on his bitch ass. No.
All right. And at the end of this round, the blazes get hotter. More debris falls. Everybody make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh no. Not again. Oh no.
Alright.
All right. Anybody And I'm starting this out at a DC of 12. Each round it's going to get higher. That's 6. So anybody that has succeeded will be dealt 3 damage, and anybody below that is going to be dealt 6.
Okay. Alright.
And that is the end of the round. Sandman starts. Sandman and said person, they discuss between each other who's the stronger of the two. Honestly, Roxy is going to be the stronger of the two. So deferring to Roxy instead. Rolling 1d10 plus 2. Roxy is going to go ahead and try to clear out and lift this person up. That is a failure.
On!
So Roxy, unfortunately, is not able to help anymore.
This man's Sandman's rolled 3 nat ones.
I know. But...
It's not looking too good for him.
So deferring to Roxy, and Roxy was not able to succeed. Unfortunately, he doesn't feel like he's useful here anymore. He's going to try to find something else to do. And he is instead going to move to the crowd, and he is going to stare at the crowd with just complete contempt in his eyes. And he is going to try to tell the crowd, if you don't follow me right now, you are going to burn alive. And he is going to roll. That's a 13. And he tries to follow the same path. Unfortunately, the people are still not able to get over there. Yeah, unfortunately. So, Sandman failure, Roxy Righteous failure. They both leave initiative. It is now Winveer's turn.
Alright. So, considering right now we still don't have the exit yet, I'm actually going to do the ballsy thing and actually try to go with the crowd that seems to be having the most problem. Yes, thank you. Sorry, it was Foundry. Go to crowds like Foundry. My associate said is correct, but right now you need just follow follow me, and I'll be able to help you. I'm gonna do persuasion.
No, survival.
Survival?
Yeah, they are. It's nothing about. Well, okay. So if you do persuasion, then they have to sustain damage.
All right. I'll do survival.
Okay.
It's gonna suck ass, but let's see. 18.
You succeed. You are able to properly.
I'm guiding them over to here.
Okay. Guiding them over to there. I think for consolidation purposes, I'm going to copy this group, and I'm going to also say, hey, these two consolidate into a group.
As with that, I look over to as I see Henry, I yell at them. I think they're having trouble over there. Can you assist them? Orgoth, can you assist the one over there, over here? Actually, no. Never mind. Orgoth, help them with the exit. That is main priority. After that, we'll save the other ones.
All right.
And that will be the end.
All right. So that makes it Orgoth's turn in this moment.
Like, I guess I'll be moving here. And can I see the ice part of the wall that Sensei did? Well, Rashid did.
Yes. So here's the deal. You have that part of the wall is damaged. A small person could barely make it through, but it is now covered in ice. What is it that you hope to do? What kind of move or ability, or what is it that you hope to do in this circumstance?
Well, I can only use one spell now, and that's Chromatic Orb.
Okay. What kind of chromatic orb?
Pretty much acid.
Acid.
Yeah.
Excellent.
To melt the area.
All right. In which case, that's an attack roll, correct?
Yeah. Yeah, it is. So let's hope it works.
All right. An attack roll doesn't necessarily mean aiming. It could just be a failed spell. So that succeeds.
17. All right. So damage 15.
Okay. The acid in particular, you deal 30 damage instead of 15. And there is now a hole that is large enough where a whole person and then some can fit through.
All right, that worked out.
So you could have people basically start rushing out, single or double file.
I think people run there, but single file.
Excellent. And so in this case, because both of the crowds of people are focused and you've made the opening, this one is going to start moving out. Congratulations. There's an exit now. And you're saving people. You did it, Orgoth. You did it. It is now Henry's turn.
Damn, I can't sacrifice them.
I can imagine Orgoth going completely, bad and being like, this is perfect sacrifice. No exit. Henry's turn.
Okay, Henry is actually just going to go straight to where Roxy and the Goblinoid are. And she'll... Because it's this one, and then this person over here on the top right? Mm-hmm. Or top left, where Rashid is. They're also struggling?
Yeah, they can't seem to get this person out from under the rubble. And this person's not doing so good.
Okay, well, I'll help the kid. Survival check?
In this case, it is strength. Because you're lifting up rubble.
Alright, I shall go ahead and do that.
Okay.
Strength.
Oh, you just made it.
Thank God.
You are able to lift. It's basically one of those things where one big piece of rubble, one big log, is pinning this person underneath, and you are able to do that thing where you push up on the rubble as hard as you can, and you begin groaning with determination that you are going to save this person. And in that exact moment, the goblin is going to rush in and pull her out. She is injured, so the goblin is going to start moving. Her over. I will say Roxy is useful enough to also, they're both trying to guide her out and towards the group. And I'm going to eliminate her token, and she is now part of the group.
Perfect.
Success. Oof. You still have no failures so far. So, you have expended your NPCs, unfortunately. So it's all up to you. King, there is an opening. People are filing out. It will take some time. However, the blaze is what it is, and the complications of the scene are what they are. You can choose to you could choose multiple things. You can go to where you are needed somewhere else on the map, or you can choose to just take an action to expedite the process of evacuation. And that could be in the form by like just taking the action to do so, and that will expedite this entire group leaving.
All right. I have a question really quickly.
Okay.
The confrontation that Rashid had with the ringleader, where the ringleader was like, "Nah, this is my treasure." I'm assuming King heard all that, perhaps.
There's a lot of commotion. I would say that I would say that y'all are pretty aware of each other's activities. You're doing what you can to make sure that you're taking care of your spot, but you see Orgoth over here, you see Rashid over here, and you definitely see the dwarf. His face is just lit up in pure greed, and he's taking the chest.
It does look like Rashid's getting ready to go after him, but like he's kind of like sighing as this is happening, like, why are you doing this? Why?
All right. Just gonna roll that for myself. All right. Seeing that, King, seeing as there's now an open hole, he's going to turn and see Orgoth kind of hurrying all the people, the civilians outside. He's going to turn and scan his surroundings, see where his party members are. And he's going to notice Rashid is having a little bit of difficulty with that one guy because he's being greedy.
Mm-hmm.
So he's going to start going over there.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going to look at the ringleader, great sword in hand, and go, "You best give that to us now, or you're gonna lose a head."
I would like to point out that that chest is also your winnings.
Oh. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I know. I am fully aware of that, but it's just like, god dang. I'll let him do his thing though. But Rashid's just like, oh shit, no. But let him make his roll if he's trying to intimidate him.
Roll that intimidation then.
All right.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Hey, I'm gonna. Well, nah, it seems to be good. I was gonna give you a D4.
There are degrees of success, but as long as you get above the threshold.
Let's save it for actually getting the chest. Yeah.
Rodram, his eyes light up, and he comes to lucidity, and he's panting, and he's looking, and he's realizing that everybody is still in a panic, and he realizes that there is an entrance, and what is he doing? Maybe the place that he thought he was bringing it is not as good of a spot as he thought. You know what? Maybe it's best to just give up and save his own life. So he is going to instead start pulling it towards the crowd. Basically with a big grin on his face, like, yeah, I just thought I knew a better place to put it. Let's get out of here, please.
Pass it along.
I gotta move that so I can move this. And he is essentially going to be a separate entity from the crowd, but he's basically with the crowd. You've motivated him on. Congratulations! that encounter has been resolved. And now it is going to be Rashid's turn.
Actually, could I dash over to the guy trapped under the debris?
You do not need to dash. You can just move right over to the guy in the debris so that you're ready for that encounter. Everybody please take note of your particular like hit points and stuff like that, because if one of you goes down, that'll be an extra series of rolls. So it is now Rashid's turn.
2 questions. One, I guess this is the big one. We only have 3 rounds for this entire skill challenge, correct?
Well, what I'm doing is like this whole executing your plan of getting everybody. Once it's either 3 failures happen, or you're able to get all of the points of execution towards the exit, or you as a party decide that we've done enough. But obviously you would still go until 3 failures, I imagine. If you do, I will say, if you do sustain 3 failures, round 3 will have its own complications. However, cutting your losses means round 3 will be easier, but it means you're cutting your losses. At the same time, fulfilling the task to its full completion will mean that you save everybody.
I mean, I get. And how many failures are we at? To remind me.
You are at 0 failures. You have not failed
okay.
at all. The only people that have failed are the NPCs.
Yeah, I mean, I'll probably sort of pat King on the back and be like, hey, thanks, buddy. And as he sort of walks over a house over to this guy, Rashid will kind of look towards Windveer, who's kind of motioning everybody. I'll kind of motion or point towards the guy, like the guy with the chest, going with the rest of the crowd. And just basically, I am just get confirmation if he wants me to stay with him or if he wants me to go to try to deal with her over here. Because she's very, very far away. Because Windveer seems to be the shot caller in this situation, so he's going to defer to him.
I'm looking over at you, and I cast message, so you can actually hear it. As with it, I tell you. If I remember, I'll have Orgoth deal with the one over there. He has the magic. I need you to do is open up the hole bigger. We need them faster out.
Oh shit. I can certainly try, but I'm running a little low on my magic.
Doesn't matter. Cut it.
Alright. As said, easy enough. As he mentions to say that, he is going to... How much does this cost for fucking quicken spell? Nope, not enough. Oh, well, alright. Rashid will do what he's got. He will use his last spell slot on Ray of Sickness, and he is going to use his last sorcery point to transmute that spell into ice. As it happens, you'll see as he'll fire off a sort of strange, sort of serpent-like bolt. It'll strike the likes of the wall, trying to cave it more. Ray of Sickness. I'm just going to target myself for this so I have someone to hit.
Okay.
Alright.
I guess just damage because a wall. Oh no, I gotta hit him first.
Well,
Alright, 16, and then... Oh my god! That's a little bit of decent damage right there. 11.
Immune to poison, because poison's not going to do...
Oh, no. I transmuted it to ice damage.
You transmuted it to ice.
I had to use everything for this.
Gotcha. 11 is going to allow for a larger hole. Absolutely. You've reached the point where this group of people will be able to basically all leave at the end of this round. The other group, of course, it's going to take at least a round for them to leave.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Dope. Well, if that's the case, Rashid's job is done. He's just going to keep pestering this individual over here and just say, see, go with the others. I even made a little special hole for you. Now, about that payment. Come on. And that's all he's doing. If I can make a persuasion or deception check, I would love to. If not, it's fine.
Any etc. rolls outside of your one for your turn is purely flavor.
You got it. All right, that's Rashid. What he's doing, he's just kind of motioning forward, just talking his head off.
All right. So we're at the end of the round, which means the 3 NPCs are no longer able to be used, so just for thematic purposes, they're in particular positions to just sort of like wave people out and to make sure that they are leaving. And this entire group is out. And they are standing on the outside, so they're not going to sustain damage from the impact of the next part. This group is going to start moving out. It's not quite there. Right. It's going to take one round to do so. Then we have to do, for the remaining people that are trapped in their positions, they need to do Constitution saving throws.
Alright. She fails.
So that's one failure. This person must do a Constitution saving throw. That's a failure. I'm gonna roll. I'm basically just gonna roll 1d6 for both of them. Oh boy.
Oh god.
So they're at hit points. Oh boy.
They're dead, aren't they? They're dead. Okay.
Yeah, they are.
All right.
Fuck. So unfortunately, King, you're trying. I mean, for dramatic purposes, King, you're trying to get this person unpinned from their position, but you realize that you've stepped up upon a body that has died from being crushed and has died from smoke inhalation. And you stop hearing yelps from this side of the tent. So unfortunately, there are casualties. Let's see. Death Spider's just gonna go over here.
I look at him and just give him like a nod of a thank you for all that he did. He's
sort of waves, but he's trying to get his way out as well.
Yeah.
And it's time for everybody to do your dexterity saving throw. It is now at a higher DC.
Alright, I failed that one.
So for big money.
Oh, that one I did well.
Come on, Rashid, come on.
Hey!
My boy, I love Brazilian.
There you go. There you go.
That shit was worthwhile.
Anybody of a 14 or lower, as the DC has gone up, is going to take the full damage of 5. Everybody else will take half, rounded down to 2.
Alright.
Once again, please be aware of your hit points. If you don't think that you're going to sustain another possible 1d6, then join the people leaving. Alright, top of the order is Windveer.
Alright, as I heard the last scream, or at least didn't hear the scream, I messaged over to Henry. Forget about the scream. Sadly, she didn't make it. Just head over to the exit. We have to make sure everybody else is safe.
So, in this particular circumstance, King, you just saw a dramatic thing happen. Somebody who you were hoping to help, trying to help, you've stumbled upon a lifeless body. There's nothing you can do to help this person.
I'd like to think the king is kind of just stood there, kind of stiff, remembering his past.
I'm gonna go over to King, and essentially, in a sense, slap him.
Mm-hmm.
And I look at it and I'm gonna go, right now is not the time. We'll deal with it later. Come on.
Yeah.
Look, doesn't matter what happened here. Right now, safety's, right now, our safety's first. We need to go.
Mm-hmm.
As with this, I also messaged to Orgoth, send message to Orgoth as well. Do not mind the other one. She passed. Just get to the exit, make sure everybody's safe.
Ah, so her soul went to Mogus. All right.
As with this, I am going to now move down, just trying to get everybody who's still in the back, just trying to be like, being like, all right, come on, enough room. Make sure to go into an orderly fashion. Just trying to like, essentially give it like a calming corral into them to exit.
Understood. And in this, I mean, in this case, the the individuals are filing out. They are focused on getting out. It will take the round, but you will notice from the map that, unfortunately, because of those two demises, the points of execution are greatly reduced. You are all pretty much at the point where first thing you need to do is get this group out, and then. As soon as the group is out, that officially becomes round 3, and then it is up to you to get out. But essentially, in the round, you will sustain 1 round of damage.
All right.
If there's, I don't necessarily know if it's any of your priority to try to do anything about that. But if you have the power to do so, that could also save you some health reduction.
Yeah, we're. Right now, first and foremost, this crowd is crowd and everybody else is top priority.
Yes. Thank you, Squigs. Orgoth.
No
the points of execution have been greatly reduced, which means there's not a whole lot to do, except for continuing to do what you have to do, or if you have some sort of magical means to deflect damage from anybody, then that might be a helpful thing to take up. Otherwise,
I don't think so.
Okay. Well, if not, then you continue doing what you're doing.
All right. Maybe I can make a bigger hole, but I assume it's enough for them to all move out, isn't it?
Yeah, so no matter how big you make of the hole, it will take a round for them to leave. At this point, it's still massive people. Like, making the hole does not make their feet faster. So if nothing else, I will switch over to Henry. Henry, you. There's not a lot for anybody to do. The 2 individuals have passed away. However, you have successfully saved one of the people that were trapped. So really all there is to do is to help move people out. If you have anything magical that might prevent damage to anybody, any one of your party, you can certainly use it. Otherwise, if you don't, I'll move to King.
Does anybody that I can see from here look to be very injured if I go closer?
There are scores of injured people in the crowd, but nobody is in mortal danger in the crowd.
Okay, how about our party? King is injured and Rashid, or who's injured in our party?
We have Winveer is injured, Rashid is injured, King is injured.
Norgoth is injured.
Orgoth
Zug
is injured. Orgoth is badly injured. And you are also badly injured.
I am. Okay.
I'd recommend a cure wounds on yourself.
Don't tell me what to do on my turn, please.
Sorry.
Thank you. I will go over here. I will use my movement, my action to do that. We're not worrying about movement, right?
Movement is not a factor.
Cure wounds on Orgoth, because he is keeping this place out. Like, he's pretty much making sure that they're not crumbling down. So cure wounds to Orgoth, and I will target Orgoth.
Excellent. Cure wounds.
There. You don't have cure wounds on my spell list.
It's not on your spell list here. Oh, you're under level 3 ranger, that's why. Let's just roll cure wounds.
Sure.
It is a how much is cure wounds? I gotta look it up really quick.
8 plus 1. I've got
and
that.
D8 plus wisdom modifier.
Yeah, I've
All right.
got that.
Yep,
Thank you.
6. Sorry about that.
6.
Yeah.
I rolled a 6 on the D8 plus my wisdom modifier is a +1, so 9. So Orgoth is healed 9 points.
Excellent. So Orgoth, take 9 points of healing from Henry. And that is, at this point, it's really just moving people out. So unless there's anything you want to do for flavor on your turn, that would be your turn.
Henry will look there menacingly while looking at Winveer menacingly.
Orgoth will pretty much thank Henry. Thank you.
Yeah.
Morgus will bless you.
Henry just nods with a smirk on their face, or as close to a smirk on their face as possible.
When Winveer just looks, gives a nod, and goes back to trying to make sure the crowd is able to actually get out.
All right. It is King's turn.
Alright. Seeing that the person before me is dead, when they're telling me to go, I will turn. And begin walking to the exit, following behind Rashid.
All right. Probably mean mugging that guy to make sure he doesn't double cross.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
All right. Excellent. So it is Rashid. Rashid, you're out of spell slots.
I am out of everything, my friend.
All right. Well, looks like we're about to get to the end of this round.
I'm gonna pickpocket people. No, I'm fucking with you. No, I'm just kidding.
So end of the round means this group of people, you are able to file them out. In addition to the remaining individual here, and you are able to file him out as well. And he, as soon as he gets to the very edge, he is literally going to stop dragging the chest, and he's going to run off. However, y'all are still in, and you do have to sustain 1 round of damage. So everybody make a dex saving throw at a higher DC.
Dex save, pop off.
I don't think anybody will go down from a possible D6, but we'll see here.
I nat one that.
All right. Well, it's still a D6. So anybody that's below 16 will sustain 4 damage. Is anybody down?
No, I'm still up.
All right. Which means we have indeed reached the 3rd round. This will go very quick because you very apparently have an opening. You do not have to hunker down and find a place to save yourself. There's the exit, which means, well, I'm going to ask, do you guys want to leave?
I'm prioritizing that chest, and I'm getting the fuck out of here.
All right.
Oh yeah.
We're all going to leave.
You all leave, and guess what? You have all finished the skill challenge. And while there were 2 people who did perish, the mass amount of people have, in fact, survived. Thanks to you. In the aftermath, and I'm going to change the music here. You all stand outside of the Vagabond Arena as the flames overtake it. And in the process of reflecting upon everything that you've just been through this entire day, and the unfortunate nature of what just happened, the bewilderment of everything that you've seen, and the sorrow of those that have been lost today, 2 people in the arena and 2 people from the fire. You are, for a fraction of time, without words. As you watch, you just look on to the Vagabond Arena as the entire thing collapses in and becomes a smoldering pile of smoke. Needless to say, with no quips and no humor intended, there will be no more arena festivities for the evening. However, everyone that you have saved is standing near you, and they're all looking on with the same level of awe and reflection. Some of you do actually receive people coming up to you, and people distraught, coming down from their adrenaline, coming down from their panic. Whether you invite it, accept it, or do not approve of it, some of them provide you hugs for the fact that you were able to save their life. But some of you know and feel and understand that, as all people in such a situation, that part of you feels like could you have done more? Could you have saved those 2 people? All of these people have been freed because of your actions, but what about those that haven't been saved? And that part is still with you. No doubt followed up by the fact that something very wrong has just happened. Something very wrong. And perhaps some compulsion to try to understand. But for the most part, this has been a long day. I will allow you each to kind of take your final thoughts, express them, and have your discussion in reflection of what just happened.
Okay.
Where are
So,
you going?
for Winvier, as most of you notice, you see him, he just kind of like looks askance, like, don't touch me. Do not touch me. Sort of like a snobbish way until everybody leaves. As you do, you just see him for a second. Fuck! Dace, you son of a bitch! Alright. It's fine, Winvier. It's fine. Everything is fine.
It's interesting because all of you see Winvier say the word Dace. Those of you that have stayed in Seglesia for some time, I think at this point it's just Rashid. Roll a history check.
You got it. History.
How I hurt my hand.
I mean, kid, I guess I'll roll a d4. Maybe it'll get me something a little bit more. Yeah, it's big for 13.
13, yeah, 13's pretty good. Dace. You, I mean, the thing is that the name rings a bell. The name, of course, rings the bell because Dace Artramon is, well, he is, and let me make sure that my resources are not faulty here, because I need to separate Dace from another individual. Dossier. Dace. Dace Archermon is the son of Azabin Archermon, of House Archermon, one of the 9 houses of Seglesia. And Dace, in particular, is the head of the Arcanist Inquisition, the faction of which the building that had experienced this disaster and that had basically caused this other disaster to happen. That is the headquarters of the faction in question. So you're able to put those pieces together. Further, you do not have further insight than that, but you know the name, and you know where that name belongs.
As he's going this, he actually starts, like, angrily walking up to Sandman. Sandman, you mind doing me a favor, one member to another?
He kind of eyes you a little bit. He's going to do an insight check because he doesn't get it. What's a 13 gonna do for his insight? He is going to peer at you a little suspiciously. But then you're going to see his eyes change a little bit, and the slits grow a little eased, as if he understands what you mean.
Exactly. You probably know my father. You probably know Hawthorne. Anywho.
I don't, but...
Figured.
Go on.
Alright. Considering who is most likely at fault here, I'm sure you put 2 and 2 together.
I don't do much with nobility. That's not my area of expertise.
No. But Shadows is yours. I would say with help. As I said before, one member to another. Not in terms of house, but from one brother to another.
God.
Please, I need you. I need to check on what Dace done.
No, I'll be honest with you. What happened here was tragic, but it's nothing compared to what I've seen. And
oh, shit.
if there's anything I need to be doing right now, I need to go back to I need to go back home. Right. And I need to make sure things are fine there in Antazi. That's where I'm going.
Alright, sorry. Got caught up. As you see, I'm just kind of like dust off. Sorry. It's the pressure of all this day that wound it up. I'm fine. It is fine. I'll see if I can talk with somebody. I'm sure you have your own problems to deal with. I'm sorry.
He's gonna grunt. The very first thing he's going to do is he's gonna look over to King. He's going to step over to him, and he's gonna say, "Hey, you did good today. Don't let it get to you."
He will stay silent.
I know from experience. Never let it get to you.
He nods.
Fuck.
And he's gonna step onward, without too much of a goodbye, but he's going to, in the process, he is going to look back on Rashid, and he is going to say, he's gonna kind of give you this look, like this pondering look, and he's going to try to. It's like he's trying to figure out something specific to say, but then he just says, "See you later, Rashid."
It's been a pleasure and an honor to fight alongside you. As Rashid, who's pretty much just sitting on the chest, will begin to stand and then reach out a hand to shake it. I'm saying, man, if he would. Not really expecting anything, but like, hey, if he does, he does. Dope.
Yeah. I guess he'll come over and he will look over to Henry and he will say, "If it wasn't for you, that person would be gone."
Henry will. Sorry, go on.
No, I was. No.
Go ahead, please.
I was basically just saying. He was gonna say, "I couldn't get her out, but you could. So that's thanks to you."
Henry will look at this warrior and will just nod in understanding. Stretch out a little bit with the shoulders, roll back a little bit, and then pat Rashid, who's beside her, and cast Cure Wounds on Rashid.
Thank you, Henry. Much appreciated.
We'll look at Sandman and nod again, looking towards Orgoth pointedly, then over to where Windveer is having a bit of a breakdown. Take a deep sigh, just nod.
Looks over to Orgoth and says, sorry for yelling at you earlier.
Orgoth will mostly be lost in his own thoughts, his hands shaking. Just going like, is it them? They find me? What happened? What caused this? Is it them? And he'll start smacking his own face with his two hands, going a bit insane.
He sort of looks down and kind of a little aloof, and he's like, well, he kind of knows the feeling of not being able to make sense of things, but says nothing. Looks over to Roxy and says, maybe I'll see you again. And he steps off. In the glow of the flames, Sandman dissipates beyond the crowds, and soon, almost as if he never was there, except for a trail of dust. He is no longer. Roxy steps up to each of you and says, listen, this has been a long night. I don't know if there's anything you need to wrap up, but I got a place in the city, and I think I would prefer if you stayed there, and so that we can make sense of everything. Maybe we'll is there anything in the city you still need to take care of?
I do. You can go on with it. As I look with everybody.
I will interject and say at this point there's no solo.
I was gonna say
you either go as a group or.
All right.
I guess in character, can Rashid just say something and just say, when we keep getting separated too often, and when that happens, terrible things occur.
You're right.
It's best to stay with everyone for now.
All I have to do is just... Yes, you're right. Truth be told right now, we just need to do is just have to finish up one more thing. You mind accompanying me? I'm sure it's after that.
Can it not wait for the morning? My bones are tired.
This, truth be told, you can go take a rest.
No. You know what I said from earlier.
Exactly.
Alright. Hey, gang, you ready to go on a field trip?
Almost definitely. Henry will look at all of you and then look directly at Veer and say the second most amount of words I've ever spoken to anyone outside of the crowd. You talk too much. Calm down. You have people around you who can help.
Thank you.
They will stop and just stare dead ass at Winveer.
As Winville sees us, he goes, "Thank you."
So, it sounds as if everyone here is looking to rest to end the day. Is that what it is?
Goodness. I wasn't honestly hoping to go with them anyways. Yes, Mr.
Oh, no.
DM would love
I'm not pushing you to end the day. I just want to know what your next step is. I do want to mention that I will say it's about 2 minutes from intended end, but we can go just a tad further depending upon what your proposed actions are. Anything not done now can be done next session.
Yeah, in game, out of game. We can just do. We need to sleep, please.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
We'll do it after rest. I was gonna go talk over to the leader and tell him what I found.
We can do it next time.
Yeah.
Dude, he'll be there. I promise.
That's why it was when Bear's like, "You're right." Fine.
And so, this day has been one of the longest days that you can put to memory. The amount of things, the amount of challenges put to your body, put to your mind, put to your concentration has been astounding. And yet, through the challenges that you have faced head on, while it seems so strange that any of you would, entangle with each other as a party, it seems that all of the things that you've experienced today has grown its own bonds. You realize that you have indeed fought with each of these individuals. You have saved people with these individuals. You have uncovered mysteries and have uncovered mysteries that have only led to more mysteries. And you've almost died with these people. So, from this day forward, it seems that this arrangement, this pact, seems to be something that you feel far more dedicated to than at any point in the day. But it is the end of the day. And safety, refuge, sleep, recovery. There's only so much a person can do. For tomorrow, perhaps the next week, perhaps time after that, these times will hold their own challenges. But as you venture with Roxy to a very specific place that they have in the city of Seglesia, you are brought to rooms to rest, and you find yourself with some trouble, but with some level of determination and utmost exhaustion, you find yourself falling to sleep. And in falling to sleep, you dream of all of the things that one could possibly dream after a day such as this. And with that, I am officially ending Arc 1 of Tales of Seglesia. In this particular scenario, there are questions yet to be answered. However, that will take place of its own accord. That will take place of its own series of adventures, as this is merely the inciting incident for future Tales of Seglesia. And I will end the session there. So I want to thank every single one of you for participating in this session, and that was a drastic change in your path, my friends. However, we will revisit that in future adventures. So I want to say thank you to Sensei Suplex playing as Rashid. Thank you to Blank. It's been a 12-hour stream, of course. Thank you to N Super Tired playing as Henry, Squigs playing as Winveer, Phoenix V playing as Orgoth, Ambrose playing as Zug, despite the fact that he had disappeared. Understandably, of course. And Gabe Grimar playing as King. I will reveal to you what the prize of the Monster Maelstrom is beginning of the next session, as well as your options for missions beginning of the next session. But to everybody out there, thank you very much for watching and participating with points in tonight's session of Tales of Seglesia. And I need to switch over the stream because we are about to reach the part where I start to reveal who are the giveaway winners. Because we've reached the end of the 12-hour stream, everybody. We made it. Or I made it. But we made it.
We made it.
Oh.
Yay.
Questions, concerns, comments, compliments.
Oh, I have a... Well, this is for secret stuff. Mr. DM, I will DM it to you, but you can go on to everybody else.
Okay. Synthetic Ducky's like, well, it's only been 11:40. Well, I'm gonna stick around until the full 12. Just trust me.
Yeah. But it was finally it didn't have to. Interesting when I get to go with Winveer. Also, for anybody that actually gets what I said, you're welcome.
No comment.
I have left the details in your DMs, Matt. You may do as you wish with them in the next arc.
Absolutely. All right. If there's no more questions, comments, compliments, and stuff, I'm going to leave the Twitch chat, the Discord, and I will wish you all a fantastic evening. If we want to talk details, I will do so after stream. But thank you all once again.
Yeah.
Good night.
Thanks for the session.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Yeah.
All right. So, lots of things happen there, and we are at the end of Arc 1. We made it. We certainly made it. It was a long journey, but there's going to be an acceleration of many different adventures to take, many different tales to experience. But let me change the tune here because I need to absolutely positively get things ramped up in a separate way because I have to do rolling for the giveaway